Hello, hello, NWI. Welcome to Bluer by the Lake, the podcast that explores region life through a blue lens. I'm your host, Tracy Martin, and here today is a very bright and shining star in Indiana progressive politics, Blythe Potter.
Thank you.
Blythe, thank you so much for
Hi.
joining us tonight.
Thanks for having me.
Well, how could I not? Tomorrow is a big day for
It is
you.
huge. Well, I
Okay.
don't actually get to sign up to run tomorrow. We do ours in like April or May. But it's a big day because we've been planning this. I had this idea, like, we'll just get a bunch of candidates at the state house together, and then, well, I can't sign up, but I'm going anyway because this office would oversee that, so it'll be
Yeah.
exciting. Yeah.
All right. So, Blythe, for the folks that don't know what exciting thing you're going to be uh, gunning for in the spring, let's let them know.
Yes. So I'm seeking the Democratic Party nomination for Secretary of State. And what that means is I have to convince Democrats across the state of Indiana to sign up to be delegates, which that filing period starts tomorrow, January 7th at noon, and ends February 6th, also at noon. So we have about 4 weeks to get as many people to put themselves on the ballot and commit to going to the convention in Indianapolis on June 6th to vote for me.
See, now that is a very interesting way to structure a campaign. It's a degree removed, and I've never actually had the opportunity to talk to somebody that's in this position where you can't just go straight to the voters and be a part of the general election. Like it's a unique thing. Does today feel kind of like you're really focused on getting all these folks to go and register to be delegates, but does it feel a little bit like politician Christmas Eve or New Year's Eve?
It's going to be an early day. It's going to be a long day. I also have a county visit tomorrow evening, but my husband is running for House District 47. So I get to go there as a supporter of his as well. So
Oh,
it's
so you're
very
gonna be
exciting. And it really is like it's the kickoff to the midterms, regardless of
Mhm.
whether or not I get to sign up tomorrow. It is a huge, huge day for Indiana to hopefully start working toward a better electoral group of legislators.
Wouldn't that be something?
Yeah,
Mm.
we just we need an overhaul across the state, municipal, state, executive. Like we're in a really bad spot, which I know you know this.
Yeah, I mean, we all know it, but it all bears repeating because it gives people an incentive because, I mean, I know nowadays most Dems are tuned in to every election and the value of it. And that's one of the only small bright sides of, the fact that we've really had to rebuild our momentum and involvement in the electoral process. And so as part of that, I know that the Democratic Party as a whole, and particularly in our state, which is, we've been kicked in the ass for so many years now, and I know it's a big goal of the party to get all of these positions filled across the board. And get people energized and involved in it. So tell me though, Blythe, why is it so important to get these precinct committeeman positions filled and these state delegate positions filled?
Well, so delegates will choose who's on the November ballot for Secretary of State, Comptroller or Auditor, and the Treasurer. But they also vote on the Democratic Party platform, and that's important too because we have a good platform. We have good values. We just aren't seeing those values in that platform reflected in all forms of Democratic leadership, which is what I'm trying to change, not just as a candidate, but also as a precinct committee person, and I will also be a delegate. I was a delegate last year. So
Is
trying
it
to
fun?
get it is fun. It's a long day. So it'll be June 6th this year, which is a Saturday, and it'll be like probably 8 a.m. to 3 or 4 p.m., maybe a little bit longer. I don't know the exact timeline because last year was a little different with the presidential year and there was the
Hmm.
DNC. So if anyone listening wants to go in transportation or I'm trying to stay overnight the night before as a barrier. Sign up anyway. Our campaign is working on trying to help get people there, whether that be getting a block of hotel rooms that we can help finance with fundraising or something. So, and I'm not saying that as buying votes. I need people to go and partake in this process. Obviously, I want people to vote for me, but the more people we engage in the political process, the more people are going to understand why and how we can change it in the long run. Um,
Yes.
I am a Democrat, obviously, but the party needs to change. We need to start acting like our platforms and our values. We need to start leading by example, not just for other Democrats, but just in general as politicians. So we have our work cut out for us. But precinct chairs, in my opinion, are the most important elected positions in any political party,
Mm,
for the Democrats and Republicans, because we are your on the ground in your community leaders and advocates. So we are the ones calling just maybe 100 or so households in your area saying, hey, the
mhm,
primaries are in May. Hey, don't forget the November 3rd election. Here's who's on your ballot. Here's your polling site. They can help find candidates. But most importantly, they will eventually vote for in 2029, 8. What year are we in right now? Oh,
and we just started
2029.
2026. I know.
I'm trying to think, when
Uh,
did what that was last year. Okay. So in 29, we will vote for county party leadership as well as state party leadership again.
yes,
So
and
that
that's
gives us a
important.
say. It's so important. And, obviously, anyone listening and who knows me, I was a big supporter of Destiny Wells for state chair. I was upset
Mhm.
when she lost, but that doesn't mean I'm not a supporter of Karen. And that doesn't mean that I don't believe Karen is doing some really she's impressed me. She's surprised me.
Same.
She's done more
Absolutely
than
same. Karen is an ass kicker.
she truly
And
is. She's cut the
yeah,
Democratic Party's debt, like, completely almost gone. Like,
damn.
we're talking hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Yeah.
It certainly is not a job I would want to wrangle a bunch of
No,
bees.
it is not for the
Um,
faint of heart. To
no.
take over the shambles of the Democratic Party in Indiana,
Yep.
it is, and she has impressed me in that she's gone. She's, I mean, she just went everywhere.
Yeah.
Talked to everybody. She's really, yeah. I mean, because I'll be admit too, I was sad. I was not happy when Destiny didn't, because like you, I thought it was time for some fresh leadership. But Karen really, she won me over. Um,
Yes.
but
Well,
that
see,
said,
we need to see that too, though. We
yeah,
need to see people who we may not have voted for or may not have supported or may have not have, like, considered to surprise us. We need to still give them
yeah,
that opportunity, because we need people of all ages and all demographics, particularly within this party, to
yeah,
be able to have a paradigm shift and to
we do.
stop doing the same shit and expecting a different result.
Yeah,
So
exactly. And it's like and we need people embedded in the process, because once you get involved, you move up. I started out as a precinct committeeman, and that led to activism, that led to this podcast, it led to me working with the party in different ways. You really do um you get a real feel for how the process works, and you get invested in it. But I just want to be sure that this is something that we all understand. The days where we can ask voters to hold their nose and vote for somebody that they don't like for party purposes are over. Um, it's not right for us. As a party, there's nothing wrong with you saying, I want there to be I want choices when I pick who's gonna head my party, in both at the county level, at the state level. It's not wrong for you to say, "I preferred this person. I'm supporting the person that won," but it should be an open and competitive process. You should feel that you have a voice in the leadership of your party, and I get the feeling that that's the way the party wants to go, and that's why I'm so excited that you are so involved in these initiatives to get people in those with strong values and strong platforms.
yeah. Well,
So
we don't get invited into politics traditionally in Indiana.
mm-mm.
Um, Unless you have money or a name or your family's involved with it, like, we're just kind
Mhm,
of out. So that's part of it too. We need to be inviting people, especially young people.
mhm.
Like, this is the only way to change our world is through politics, whether we like it or not. So,
I know, right? Like, honestly, I didn't wanna have to do any of this shit, bud.
same, same. I should
I
be on the couch watching Netflix with a beer right now.
right? I wanted to
At any other time,
smoke
not say like,
my
not saying I don't
babies
wanna do
and
this.
write books. I didn't wanna have to do anything. I wanna go in my garden, wanna hike with my dog at the beach. I don't wanna have to do this shit, but the nice thing is that I get to meet awesome people, but, like, if not us, who? Who's
Yeah,
gonna do it? And we can't
exactly.
turn this shit over to our kids, you know?
No,
Like, I can't. I have a gay kid, like, both of my kids are neurodiverse. Raise them in this state forever like this? Something's gotta change, or they're
but we
gonna
also can't exclude them from being part of the process. And, Hoosier hospitality has traditionally been just be nice, even though that usually means passive aggressive. You don't talk
Mhm.
politics, you don't talk money, you don't talk religion. And
Yeah.
that's all kind of out the door now, and I think it's liberating, it's scary for some people, but I'm
Mhm.
hoping that we are creating and have. I mean, Hoosiers really surprised me last year. We got into the habit of showing up at protests and showing up at the state house and calling our electeds and doing calls to action in ways that we've never done before, and now we've made it a part of our routine. So I'm hoping that we're gonna be passing that along to our children and hopefully less
Me too.
existential feeling,
Yeah.
but just teaching them that you need water and air and food and sleep, but you also have to engage in the people who oversee all of that or else, right?
You just
No.
can't be like, "Oh, I'm gonna go over here and, blah, 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 blah,"
Yeah.
while, the president does as he sees fit and invades countries that pose us
With
no threat and
with
then
no
threaten.
consequences.
Yeah. It's so
Ugh.
fun being a parent in the year of our Lord 2026, isn't it? I
I
mean,
It is surreal. It's
it
so surreal. It's
things I thought I would never have to explain. Do you
Mhm.
wanna know something crazy, Blythe? For, like,
Yes.
when my kiddo, my 16-year-old was, like, 7 or 8, we thought for a hot minute because this was still Obama years. We thought for a hot minute that we might not have to explain what a world was like that discriminated against gay people and they didn't have the right to get married. We thought like we'd turned that corner and that it would never that they would be like, "What? What are you talking about? That's crazy." And then my bitterness over the fact that I have to undo all of this backsliding so that they actually have a future is yeah, it's fun.
I think there is a lot to undo. I think more people agree with us than disagree with us. It's
I
just
agree.
the people who disagree are really fucking loud and confident about it, and they've
Mhm.
been given the okay to do so. But, if you there's never been consequences for discrimination or, racism. Even after the Civil War, there were no consequences, right? So I think we're finally getting to the point where it's gonna continue to get worse. But I do like the extinction burst theory. I hope that's what we're witnessing.
That's what
Uh,
I'm hoping too, but
I
I
think
thought
we
that was what 2016 was, and well,
well, it could have been, but it's not gonna be a one and done thing. So,
yeah,
the start of Trump's reign was really the start of the extinction burst, and yeah, it's gonna take a few
and
more
it
years.
takes time. I mean,
It does.
and for anybody out there with small children or neurodiverse children whose behavior you're trying to change, or any children whose behavior you're trying to change. The theory that Blythe is talking about is the extinction burst theory, where like you'll see a flurry of the negative behavior that you've been trying to remove. It's very unpleasant, but that eventually it heralds the end of that forever.
Yeah.
Or mostly forever.
Well,
So
but it's like that, like, "Oh, well, they're not listening to me, I'm just gonna make it worse." And that's but we're not giving in this time, right?
what I think we're gonna be seeing is the fact that a lot of politicians are going to be seeing that, there is a very restive base, of progressives and folks that are looking for platform change, and that cohort is gonna be growing louder and louder, and they aren't going to be, however they identify, moderate, progressive, or pink prairie dog, they are going to not be okay with being told you really need to vote for this candidate because that's the only candidate that can possibly win in a purple district.
I had
I think
someone
people
say that I would be a throwaway vote at the convention. And I'm here to say
And
that
I
is
don't
really fucking wrong.
I don't think that that's an attitude that anybody's comfortable with anymore.
No, and
I
they
don't think
shouldn't.
I don't think we should be asking any voter to vote for somebody with whom they aren't comfortable and confident that they are reflecting the values that they I mean, we all know that there are you can never get somebody who agrees with you 100% because they are not you. But you can get a candidate whose general values align with your own, and we've seen what happens when you don't. So, Blythe, how if somebody wants to get information about how they can get on the ballot to be a precinct committeeman or a state delegate, where can they go?
Go to my website, blythepotter.com, and go to the Get Involved tab. It'll have all the information. It'll link you directly to the NDEMS website. Of course, you can go directly to their website as well. But you can reach out to me anytime as well. I'm happy to answer questions or send you the places that you need to go. But, if you think you can make it on June 6th, it's worth doing. We need people to be engaged in this. Um, it's vital. It is a very important year, which I know most of you know this. Um,
Yeah, we know, and you
so
know what? It's fun because
it is
A,
fun.
you get it is. You get to do something concrete with putting your money where your mouth is a really satisfying feeling, and also it's with awesome fun people. Like I anytime I've gone and done anything like that, it's like, oh my god, I love this person. Oh, I love you. Now you're my new best friend. These are people that believe in you. They believe in the same values as you. They're as committed as you. And then you get to go out. You get to stay in a hotel if you're coming up from NWI. Like I'm gonna if I get in. Um, it's Mama's Day out.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, folks, you heard the lady. Please get involved. The threshold of activity for it is it's low. If you're a delegate, it's a mostly a one and done thing. And when you're a community, there is work, but the time commitment is low and it's really rewarding. You get to talk to your neighbors, you get to get involved in your community. And it's one of the most important things you can do because at the end of the day, when it comes to making decisions, those are the ones that get you a seat at the table. And you get to make decisions on a granular level in the areas that it really impacts you, which is your local community politics. You want a voice in who is serving as your uh, town leadership in the Democratic Party, your county leadership in the Democratic Party, and your state leadership. You want that because they're making decisions about things that really matter.
They
Um,
are. And this is an elected position, so it does look good on a resume, particularly now when people are getting laid off, like, showing that you can be involved and committed to something like that, even if it's just saying an elected delegate. Well, 1, it's a conversation topic because not many people know what that means. I mean, let's
mhm.
be honest, the convention is gatekeeping, right? Like, 1% of the population gets to choose your executives in November. But
Yeah,
yeah, it will
I do
set
find it
you
to
as
be an interesting setup.
uh,
It's an interesting political setup for a nomination
it
process.
is. It is. Because that's how we got Diego Morales and Michael Beckwith. So, I think it's a
Yeah,
flawed
isn't
system.
it fun?
Yeah,
Isn't it
they're so
fun?
good. They're so good at what they do.
So fun. I like them. Oh
They're
my
not
god.
embarrassing at all.
Oh, not oh my god.
And Todd Rokita, that's how we got Todd. Mm, I know.
I mean, you just who oh my god, and who was the guy that put up those pictures? Forgive me, I'm so tired today, guys.
God. Nick Marshall is running against him. Chris something maybe? I know I should know this,
I know
but
we
yeah.
should whoever, I mean, he's a Republican, Republican leadership. He's posting pictures of himself kicking Santa's ass. I don't know what constituency he's pursuing to impress with images of him kicking Santa's ass on Christmas Eve. Was that when he posted? I think Christmas Eve. Yeah,
I
that's just great.
Either
No,
way, it was inappropriate. Like,
it's insanely inappropriate and stupid.
so dumb.
Who's emboldened and excited by that? Who hates Santa? I don't
Who
get it.
who hates Santa or Christmas enough to do that? You don't have to like it, but jeez.
What did Santa do to you? He's not bringing down unfunded mandates down the chimney. He's bringing you presents. Like, I didn't never consider Santa to be a political figure delivering.
They will identify anyone as a political figure except for Jesus, who was the actual political figure.
He really was,
I mean, he
you
was.
know? He
He
was
would have
kicking tables
absolutely been a
over
progressive.
and breaking paradigms and gunning for change.
Yeah,
I miss activist Jesus, I miss social justice Jesus. I
same,
miss him so much. I
same.
love him coming back. Oh man, we could talk about this forever.
I know.
All
We
right,
took the
so
WWJD bracelets that we had growing up, like, very seriously. This is what
yeah,
Jesus would do right here,
this
is
is
flip shit
exactly
up.
what Jesus would do. Jesus
Yes.
would not be out there ripping babies out of their parents' arms so you could deport them. Um,
Mm, yeah,
Bah, this is another day's
horrific.
topic. All right. So, folks, you heard the lady. You can visit her website. I will pop that link up there. Also, if you are in Lake County, folks, you can go to the Lake County Board of Elections. I'll have that list on mine as well. Or any of your county's Board of Elections will have information on how you can run um, for these very important positions. Do it. Run Lake County, run Porter County, run Jasper, run everywhere. Laporte, go, 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 go. Sign up to be a delegate, run for precinct committee people, do these jobs. They're nuts, they're bolts, they're not glamorous, but they're fun, they're rewarding. Blythe is right. They are the most important positions on the ballots because you make the decisions that build up and make important local impact.
Yep.
All right, Blythe, good luck tomorrow for your husband. Um, and good luck when you get down to the state house. Have a wonderful time.
Awesome, thank you for
And
having
for the
me.
rest of you, I will see you all at the lake. Bye.
Bye.